Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Shanghai and back for another Eurovision reaction video. Tonight I'm going to be reacting to Tout L'Univers, which is the song by Gjon's Tears representing Switzerland in Eurovision 2021. I'm going to listen, react and see how this could do in the competition. So let's kiki. Sorry, I just changed the lighting. As always, you can use a progress bar if you want to skip to a particular part of the song. This is kind of difficult for me, as you probably will have guessed if you've seen my videos before. Switzerland was absolutely and utterly by far my number one last year by a million billion miles. I would say it's probably in my top 3 or 5 Eurovision songs of all time. It had an incredibly profound and deep first impression on me, and I just really adored the song and him as well. He left me a really sweet message on the video. Having said that, I've really been dreading doing this video because having had that experience, my expectations have just been, I feel, insurmountable. Like, I don't see how he could possibly meet those again. For me, Repondez Moi is a little bit like a masterpiece. In any case, I've never had this situation before. I've really dreaded watching a song, and I was planning to kind of go off social media and wait until tomorrow evening, but I also don't want to go to bed and be thinking about this and that it's out there and I don't know it. On the flip side, I don't want to watch it and then love it and then it's going to be in my head. I feel like I'm not going to sleep either way, so I might as well see the song and not sleep as opposed to not singing the song and not sleeping. So yeah, this is difficult for me. I feel a little bit sad watching this and uncomfortable. Obviously I have to wait until I see it, but my expectations are really high. I didn't want to have a lot of influence from other people telling me what they thought about the song, because I feel that would make it even more difficult for me to have a reaction to it. So this is one of the very few instances where I'm actually watching the premiere of the video. It premiered around 10 minutes ago. I have only seen that there's thumbs up, which isn't a massive spoiler. Other than that, I really don't know anything about it other than it's called Tout L'Univers, and the Eurovision Twitter said apparently the music video is very good. I just want him to have something that does him justice. But yeah, like, this is, oh god, it's a bit heart-wrenching for me. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about it. I just gotta listen and see what he's got. I really hope that he has something special and he gets the credit that he deserves. Oh god. Okay. This is Gjon's Tears, Tout L'Univers. Wanna know my secret bang? Oh gosh. My god. Ooh. His vocal is hauntingly beautiful. Oh gosh, that's a stunning start. Ooh. I'm glad he's gone for ballad again. Okay, it looks like he's been in a car crash. His vocal is just, it's ethereal, out of this world. One of my favorite vocal singers I've ever heard in my life. Beautiful intensity so far. It's got a really beautiful, intense space quality. Very dreamy. Wow. Okay, he's going up tempo. He's got a real epic quality to it. These nature visuals are stunning. I'm glad he's got the choral support last year. That was one of the things I loved. Gosh, I don't want it to stop. Wow, this crescendo is stunning. He's saving himself. What a gorgeous music video. Wow. God, it's just... really, really hard to process that. I don't know why. It's just... I don't know what to say. It's weird. I'm not even thinking about how to describe the song right now. I'm just like, I feel like I'm just in like a purgatory or something like that. I don't know. I'm just, I've literally, I'm not joking. I've literally been dreading this for, I think I joked about it pretty much immediately about when he was reconfirmed that it was going to be the most awful thing to react to a song. And it is like, I'm speechless. I suppose my gut reaction is it's beautiful, and I feel like it does him justice, and it's got a real larger than life, larger than the universe quality that I felt that Repondez Moi had. That had a real philosophical greatness to it, and I feel like he's kept that really well. And obviously his vocals are always perfection, so that element is with it as well. Yeah, like, I don't know, I just don't know how to process it right now. I'm going to have to go in for a second listen and just kind of let everything kind of sink in phases. I'm going to listen to it for a second time. The delicacy in his voice is exquisite. Every word has so much weight in it, gravitas. This music video is really gorgeous. Songs have a quality, like, they feel like the songs that are played before the final moments before you die. Like, they sum up life in 3 minutes. This little part has a little cheeky feel to it. Gorgeous. Wow. Gosh. I don't know how to process it. I'm speechless. It's just, I suppose for me, it's like there's so many simultaneous emotions going on. One of them is this realization that it's not Repondez Moi. I suppose that's probably the best way to describe it. It was never going to be Repondez Moi, because like I said, I feel like that was a masterpiece, and that's not to say that the song isn't absolutely spectacular, but it's not Repondez Moi. And I suppose I never really I just always had that disappointment that he never got to show that song and perform that song, and I never got to see it on the stage. I suppose what I kind of realized is I just wanted him to have Repondez Moi again. So it's weird for me, but you know, I love the song. I love he's kept all of the characteristics of Repondez Moi that made me fall in love with it, which was obviously his haunting vocal, which feels like the best. I've thought about this a lot of the last years, how to describe his vocal. For me, it feels like it accesses something in me that is something genetic. I personally believe that we all evolved from the savannas of Africa. I think that we all share common ancestors, and we all have a lot of our genetic coding is very, very similar. And I feel like his voice accesses a really ancient part of DNA, like a really common emotion that we could have shared maybe 2 or 3 million years ago. That's the best way I could think of the past year to describe it. Even if he was just humming, there's something about his voice that just turns a key in me personally. So that alone is sufficient. He's kept this like otherworldly, greater than the universe quality. I love that there even was images from the universe as well, and the song is called Tout L'Univers. which means all of the universe. And that it was a comparison that I thought of before I even saw the title. He kept the choir that I really loved from the end of Repondez Moi last year. Just that beautiful build of a slow start up to a crescendo and that kind of wailing beckon that maybe he did a little bit less this time. That was really a standout moment for me in Repondez Moi that felt like a kind of a funeral wail, or this kind of beg to the most basic instincts of people. It sounds like, I know it sounds like I'm over analyzing it so much, but for me, the reaction I had last year, which I've never ever had with a song before, I think that's one of the reasons why I have kind of like analyzed so much what is it in particular that caused that reaction in me. And that reaction I had last year wasn't just on that first listen, it really was something that persisted for very strongly for the days afterwards, but also like even weeks later. I remember being in like public spaces, like buying coffee, and the song would come on and I would kind of break down a little bit and just feeling like this, why is this able to access like a switch? It felt like a switch. It was, even when I would be not concentrating, it felt like a switch that would go off on me with his voice. And so although all those things that he's managed to keep, I'm really, really happy about. Melodically, I don't think it's the masterpiece of Repondez Moi. I still think it's absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to exploring every single crook, nook and cranny of this song, because I imagine it's a song that I'm going to fall in love with and you know, be one of my most played songs this year. But if I'm totally honest, could it ever have had the effect on me that Repondez Moi had? No, because the whole thing about Repondez Moi is it caught me off guard, and there was no way that this song could have caught me off guard because I spent 9 months anticipating it, and I was dreading this day coming up and having to review it. So how could it possibly have caught me off guard? So I think that's one of the emotions I was feeling before and after I was watching, is that could it ever have been 100% successful for me? Could it ever have met my expectations? I feel guilty for that my expectations were so high. Yeah. Strange that it just evokes such a deep response to me. I do need to emphasize that I really, 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 really love it. I'm going to give it a like just in case. I'm interested to see what some of the comments about it. I'm going to have a look and see what some of the comments are about it. Someone said, can Switzerland send him every year? Yes, please. I'm going to have a little look at the bookies odds and see if anything has changed now that the song has been released. They're starting to shorten a little bit. Hey guys, it's the day after and I'm doing my editing and the song has gone to #1 on the bookies. Yay! He was in 7th. I think it probably needs a little bit more time for people to hear. Really, 46,000 people have heard it so far. You know, if I was hearing this for the first time, I wonder, would I have had the same reaction that I had with Repondez Moi if it was my first time listening to it? Like, anyway, I want to sum up because I'm being so philosophical here. I don't want to give the impression that I don't absolutely adore this. For me, I almost feel like I adore anything that this boy produces. So I think that almost goes by default that I think he's sensational. Well, let's talk about more positive things in the meantime. Like, this isn't semi-final #2. This is 10,000 million % qualifying. If this doesn't qualify, I will personally fly to the EBU and I will complain or something. I didn't think about what that end of the sentence was going to be. I would do something that would make sure that it would never happen again. Yes, this is definitely qualifying. I will predict that this will qualify by its jury vote alone, as in it'll get over, usually you need around 100 points to qualify. I think it'll get over 100 points just from the jury alone. This is magical, it is ethereal, it feels larger than life and all the petty things that we worry about on a day-to-day basis, and it feels like a song that for me transcends generations and eras and accesses millions of years ago. I probably sound insane saying that, but that's what this song makes me feel. And I feel like almost they're self-conscious about the fact that they put the universe thing in, because for me, if you want any other symbolism of a timeless power passing eras and generations and decades, it would be space and the universe. So yeah, I'm interested to see how I'm going to process this tomorrow. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to download this. I'm probably going to listen to this a little bit in private on my own, because like I said, I do feel like I'm a bit guarded now on camera. Maybe I'll have a slightly different reaction when I'm on in my own personal space. But yeah, my reaction is overwhelmingly positive. This boy is an absolute angel to me. I would absolutely support him through anything. Repondez Moi felt like the most amazing gift, and I feel indebted to him for that. And for that reason, I will 100% be behind his back, no matter what he does or whatever happens in Rotterdam. And I'm really excited to see this performance. I hope that he can bring that emotional intensity and clean, elegant visuals that he has in the music video. Really excited to see him perform live. But yeah, I hope this moves up the odds, and I hope that he is in with a shot of winning. And I hope that this garners enough attention that causes people to look up Repondez Moi and get to know more about this guy and his beautiful artistry, and he gets the credit that I feel he was really robbed of last year. He was my winner last year. I still think that he would have won last year. I know everyone thinks it would have been Lithuania or Iceland, or Bulgaria, but I feel that he only needed to have a small percentage of the population have the same reaction that I did, and they would have voted for it 10 times and he would have won from that. So I just hope that justice is done. Anyway, that's what I think about Tout L'Univers by Gjon's Tears. I hope I'm saying his name right. I'll be mortified if I'm not. Please tell me if I'm saying his name wrong. I don't think it's Gjon, but yes, I hope I said his name right. Please leave a comment section down below. Tell me what you think about the song. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in another Eurovision reaction video very soon. Goodbye. Oh, I did a little burp there.